Hello everyone, I'm Sonia, and today we are going to do an actual small journal made from envelopes. This is something that can easily be slid into a junk journal or given as an actual quick journaling spot, card. I'm actually going to be giving this first one away to some graduates, and then I'm going to make an additional one for the retreat. We're going to build off of it. The first one I'm going to do with a kit that's from That's Just Penny. I have already printed out the images that I want to use. They're from an actual print that she has that's her Cinderella. I've actually went in, I've done some so that I can make some journaling cards. I've actually got some that is actually 2 to a page of her journaling pages, so that I can use those on each side of my envelopes. I'm going to cut these down. I'm going to be using an A7 card, an A7 size card. So if you have some of that size, go ahead and grab you 4 of those cards. They're this size, A7, a standard A7 size. I'll be using different type sizes, and I'll show you some examples afterwards of some different ones that I've done of different sizes. We can use an actual standard envelope as well. So I'm going to take and put this over to the side and get the ones that I've already got cut down. And get this started. I also cut, pulled from Penny's collection and everything. That's Just Penny. Some of her scripture cards that I'm going to place in there and use to stuff these with. Now I went in, I've got my envelopes, I've got them all ready to go, chalked around the side. These envelopes specifically were a little hard to work with, so I adapted them to exactly the way I want them, and I'll show you what I mean by it. We're going to use every possible piece of it. You see right here. Kind of hard to really stuff anything from this point here into here, even with a little notch. So I actually went down a good piece. I cut into it. You can see a little bit better on this one. And you'll start to see whenever I get ready to them, and you'll see why this little notch is there as well, so that I would be able to put my journaling cards in here. So let's get ready to make us some book. We're going to take our first 2 envelopes. We're just going to feed the flaps inside of each other. Just like so. Now to begin with, I'm just going to make sure everything lines up. Then I'm going to take the third one. I'm going to put it right inside of this one. I'm going to feed it inside of this space. Okay. You know, I have two options here. I can go back behind this one and place this card in here, or, and I've liked this better for the last one that I did, so that both openings are facing each other. Let's see, put it just right in there. There's an opening there, there's two blank spots there, two openings here, and then when I close it, this flap here, I will close right here. Now what I'm going to do is kind of like grab it together there, get it situated, stack just right. Get it where it's lined up on the side where I'm happy with it. See how I have a little lap, because we all know that cards all are not the exact size, same size, plus you have the additional edge, the bulk over on the side, which is easily fixable. Let me grab my score up here. Give me just a second, guys. My scoring tool. Grab a actual straight edge. And all I'm going to do is just go in and score it right there to give it a little gusset. Look out for my there, I forget. I'm on a magnetic board, cutting board. There. So it kind of gives it a little space. There we go. Now everything is lined up. Hey, are we getting in focus? Thank you, camera. So, it's nice and lined up. And now, I can go back. I'm going to go to the very first one here. Move my magnetic ruler out of the way. And you go back and start with some scoring tape, because you want something that's going to really hold it and hold it secure. Best glue ever. Permanent glue stick. I like using art glitter glue. It holds real well, and it gives me a moment to actually adhere it to where I want to. So I'm going to take this one out, because I already have one down. I'm going to go in, put a generous amount on these edges almost to the edge. Get these two out of my way. Now this is the other outer one, and the one that has the gusset in it now. I'm going to slide it in there very quickly. You can see it's starting to give me some resistance where it's already touching. I'm not really sure why this thing keeps going out of focus. I guess maybe too much white for it. We're going to open that one up. Okay. Get your next one. And just kind of repeat the same steps here, guys. Just a second, I'm going to use my little bottle. About time for a refill, I think. Put my little pen back in. I kind of manipulate my little flaps here on the side. It's a very easy and forgiving project. I have had my sides already chalked up, so that does give me a little running start. And I had already cut down my pieces here. Now the other envelopes have plenty of room. I don't have to do that. These envelopes I had specially ordered to do this with, and then once they got here I realized they were not conducive to what I wanted to do, so that's okay. Okay. Wipe that off. That's not exactly where that's supposed to go. Y'all will be screaming at me in a minute when I go to burnish that and I go to close it. And that art glitter glue decides it wants to hold on to it for dear life. I'll try to remind me. Holler loud now. I might not be able to hear you. Make sure I'm not going to put it all the way down. Make sure it's got room to open and close there. I'm going to burnish it open. I know it looks very unprofessional. This piece is cut right here, and you'll see why in just a second. You see this cut through here. I'm going to show you why in just a second. Let's try it. Open that flap just a second there. Get through. Burnish real well. Make sure it's good and down everywhere. Nice and firmly there. Okay. Alright guys, now I have my journaling cards over here. I've already cut. I've already rounded the edges on them, and I've already chalked them, and I put those back over to the side. And when I decided to cut these down into these edges, I knew that my pages were not going to cover the entire area. And so I decided that what I would do is to go in, place these here, and I wanted to place these where they're supposed to be cut at, but directly above it. And then I would cut and make two little pockets basically, and I would put some of my scripture stuff here, and that they would have room to put their pictures and stuff here. So this is how I decided to answer that problem. And that is the reason why the other ones were cut a little snipped right across there. So, I've got some other ones I still got to chalk right here. So let me do that real quick. This ink is a Quick Quotes Powder Puff. I used to do a lot of scrapbooking with them. And their inks are real juicy. They're real, just of course, just wonderful. And it's easy to chalk up the sides. That's why they made them this way. However, my little notch there, and you probably recognize the notch, it's made from the envelope punch. It just happens to be just the right size for this type. Otherwise, it's better just get the hole punch and do halfway. Make that the notch in the middle to be able to get a hold of your stuff there. But it makes a little cute notch if you get your envelope punch out. So I'm sorry I wasn't in frame there, but these do real well. The chalk things, they're it's a variety of colors. Super fun to use. Super easy. Super chalk. Well, they just slide right across there. See how easy that is. You just bend the paper and really get right there in the middle of it. See? And chalk. See, it takes no time at all. Run it right on across there. And this chalk, I'm going to do my little edges a little bit darker, a little bit more aged look. So I was chalking beforehand. Really thought I had them all chalked. I think some of my pieces must have ran off and hid until now. I think they were hiding the envelopes over to the side. Now the only way I can catch up with Penny and Linda on chalking is to have this. So this is my cut the corners tool. Otherwise, I would never catch up with the two of them with chalking. That's why I have it all up under my fingernails and everywhere else, just trying to keep up with them with a little chalk, Tim Holtz chalk. Between that and my makeup blender. That and I restore furniture, and so I'm always having paint and everything else. I try not to get clean anymore. The more I try, the worse it is. So I'm going to do another one similar to this, except for it will have a true journal branching off from it, and I'll be using the Daydreamer kit with it. at the time of the recording on this one. I am waiting for it to come in the mail. So we're waiting any moment. Those are child. Try just a little bit more of this one. A little bit heavier on the edges again. That antique look there. Alrighty. Now let's actually get my glue back out here. And let's find how we want to lay these out. I think I have some extra ones. I got a little plant happy. Imagine that. Keep Cinderella laces with lace. The roses with the roses. Alright, so we'll see where we can go from here. Alright, so I need to decide directly on my cover what I'm going to have, which one I want to have on that one. So I love this one, and I love that it's cut. You really can't tell this one. And I could still use the actual flap on this one to be a pocket, and the other, don't know if you can see that, we could actually just do half of the flap, make it a tuck spot, and then have an actual tuck spot here by doing that one. How about that? So let's do that one that way. I'm going to go back and just run the one thing of glue right down here just to reinforce this one. Taking away that ever so gently, going to back it up some so it keeps that little gusset in there. I hope everyone is enjoying the retreat. If you have any problems, any technical issues, just let me know. Anything else I can help you with, also let me know. I'll try my best to get your issues taken care of. If you have anything arises, if you need to work really hard to make sure that everything possibly could go wrong will be taken care of this time. So hopefully we won't have any technical issues and hopefully everything's running smoother for everyone. Alright, so we've got that one down. I went right on out of the frame that way this time. I think that camera is moving. So I've got a tripod for it, but it has the flexible and flimsy arms, and I can see it keep jumping around kind of. But I was hoping that that would be the best one for the phone, since that I'm always recording or doing anything with my phone. It's just better than trying to do anything on a computer for me. Okay, and then we're going to do the other with, move that one out of the way, and move this one out of the way. We're going to do the other one with the piece that's no longer here. Okay, you guys, where did it go to? Oh, there it is. It's flipped over. I did flip it when I flipped it a while ago. I think that I need to trim off a slither of it, possibly. Otherwise, I think it's just going to be too close to being up there. Okay, you need just a second. Let me get the trimmer. Trimmer, trim that, chalk this. Dead air silence. Is she there? Hold on just a second, guys. Everything. My kids are at home right now, so you have to forgive me if you hear them in the background. Or slamming doors. Okay, move that lined up then. Alrighty then. Now we'll have this little tuck, and then the tuck here as well. So that'll be outside cover. Now we'll have to find another cover as well. Another part of the cover that will match it will this one. Let's see which one we'll put on this. I think I'm just going to keep this one over here. From the side. Did not lay flat when we glued it, but it'll be okay. I'll just varnish it now. And I hope this will be something that you can use and adapt. A little easy. Even if you're just using 2 of the cards. And you can add as many cards. 2 envelopes, and you can use as many envelopes as you'd like with it then. You can really make an expandable journal with it. See if this is going to work right there. So wet, so it could come down some. Good thing about checking before it dries, and that's why I was saying that I prefer to use a wet glue, a good hardy wet glue, having something to be able to work with it. Because if you're going to use the score tape, there is no moving, no adjusting. You can try glue stick. If you're going to use your score tape, try the glue stick over it prior to laying it down. It just gives you a couple of seconds to adjust beforehand, because it gives it a lubricant per se. So you can try that, and it may help some. Again, these notches right here are made from the actual envelope punch from the We Are Memory Keeper line, versus, you know, having the big round hole through there. I didn't want something real heavy punched out there, but I wanted something that you could